338, which was a Sunday, was the beginning of a rest week for me, or like a lighter week, and so what I decided to do was set a shit ton of mantles, because they're what I am, I think, the worst at right now. Used 3 of them quite a bit when the slab was a bit shit. 339, I tried those mantles, and had a surprisingly large amount of difficulty on this one on the vertical wall. I didn't actually record as many falls as I had, but it did take me like about 10 minutes to get. And then it was a bit more consistent. This one was the hardest, and I was surprised that I was able to do it second go of the day. One thing I learned was, instead of rocking right over the hip and the knee, was that if I kept my knee kind of at the same angle and tried to push above it, it would mean my hips wouldn't get trapped underneath the wall, which I would always get stuck there when that happened. So yeah, just getting hips past the angle change seems really important. I don't know if that's transferable to other boulders. Next day, repeated that boulder 3 times, not in a row, but managed to do it 3 times. It is pretty taxing. Specifically the right pectoral. Weirdly doesn't get the triceps as much as I thought, but yeah, very taxing on the right pectoral doing the push through bit. Also did some moonboarding, 3 or 4 easier blocks from the benchmarks that I hadn't tried before. Not sure what the blocks were, but I'm sure I'll put the picture on screen. This was less for training, more for skin maintenance. I find if I don't do any kind of normal climbing, my skin will like gloss over and be really hard and doesn't heal as well. So just a bit of like sandpaper almost.
I'm sitting here in the boring room. It's just another rainy Sunday afternoon. I'm wasting my time. I got
341, pretty quick day. I think like 40 minutes stretching. Did some shoulder stuff and then tiny bit of campusing. I'm just objectively better than I was last year. I was like cruising some of the project campuses that I had last year. And then also, I think I tried this one in a video like a while back, but that move I just couldn't do. And I did it, and then I did this other move that I couldn't do, and I did it as well. So yeah, just riding the high right now. I'm sure I'll get injured soon.
and I wonder.
Oh, never mind, I don't even need to get injured. This is the yang to that yin of that last session. This was fucking dog shit. Following the shit show on slab, I couldn't even do this mantle again. But you know, you can't win them all. Pretty sure this was just cumulative fatigue though. I did, however, have some good attempts on the black boulder. That thing's come down. It's too hard for training. I could leave it up for another 3 months and maybe do it.
I wonder how, I wonder why.
$344. Set this double palm press thing. I saw it in Jake Mason's story. Thought I'd give it a go. Surprisingly, no adjustments. First boulder I set worked. That crescent hold is, I've known, is just about palmable if you have something else that's good to palm. So had the basis for the boulder. And another campus session with Michael. Repeated some of the boulders from the Wednesday or the Tuesday, one of the other previous days that I was campusing, I can't remember, and reconfirmed that I'm just better. I also did my project that I was using feet for in like 2 of the previous sessions, so you know, this whole rest and malarkey seems to work alright actually. So the top of this boulder becomes slightly different than the version with feet because it would be kind of impossible to campus. Did not finish this campus version though. This is something to put on the back burner because going to that yellow pinch will be very difficult.
You told me about the blue sky.
345. Mr. Calvert came over and did short comp sim. Same thing as Rory. Got to that last move and just ran out of time. I sound like a right prick laughing there, but it's good to see somebody else on that flipping hole sliding off. I was able to repeat this in 2 attempts, which is pretty good repeatability. I think it took me. So I should have mentioned this. It took me 10 minutes the day before. So giving it to Saul for a 4-minute comp sim was pretty mean. Saul's got his big bouncy legs and was able to do the paddle in way less moves. I think Rory tried a similar method, going left hand to the first pink jug, but if you compare the two of them, like the power difference is quite insane. Like the momentum Saul has going into it, he's able to carry that through. It's impressive. I'd hope to do the paddle that day as well, but my skin was just, I don't know, it's like take a rest week, skin is awful, keep training, skin will be like slightly okay. It's so weird.
It's just a yellow lemon tree. I'm turning my head up and down. I'm turning, 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 turning around, and all that I can see is just another lemon tree.